Drea.
Drea O.
Drea O.
Drea O.
Drea O. Drea O.
I'm from Chicago and
I'm with Drea O right now. Drea O.
Drea O.
Beautiful Drea O.
I'm with my girl Drea O.
And she everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go. It's crazy.
beaten to a bloody pulp on Mexican Independence Day in Chicago. Markel Jackson went to the corner store late Saturday night and he barely made it home with his life.
My brother wants some snacks, so he go to the store. And on his way back, he was approached by Mexicans, and they asked him, like, you GD? Start dropping GD in his face and shit. And he like, no, I'm not. I don't gang bang. I'm just trying to go home, bro. He said that about 5 times. Some more of them got out the car, surrounding him. Ask him again, what you will? We know we GD killer.
They thought he was part of a gang, GDs to be exact.
He said, I'm not GD. One of them said, you lying, still off him.
And they supposedly are Latin kings.
They pistol whipped him multiple times, hit him with like different other weapons they had, whatever. They left my little brother for dead. Took his phone, took his shoes. My brother on the porch, beaten, shoeless, bloody. He don't even remember how he got home. God got him home.
Come with me as we investigate what happened to Markel Jackson.
My name is Tree. I'm from the west side of Chicago. I am a activist, artist, content creator from the city.
So for all those that aren't familiar with the significance of the Mexican Independence Day in Chicago, talk a little bit about what that weekend is like, what traffic is like what exactly is the experience of Mexican Independence Day in Chicago, which is the weekend that your brother was assaulted.
That's a delicate thing to speak on because I'm not a Mexican, so I could perceive it way different than what they're trying to do. You know, me being a black man, all I perceive it is just chaotic chaos and celebration. It's like celebration, but it's chaotic. It's like, you know, it's wild. It's like
Give me an example. Like, if I lived in Florida, how would you explain? I mean, because I could try to explain it. It's kind of like Juve in New York and Brooklyn. For all those that live in Brooklyn, New York, it's like Juve. It's like that. But how would you explain it? Yes, as a black man in Chicago, obviously you haven't experienced it, but you know, it's a really busy weekend.
Yeah, it's like it's real. It's just that's the best word, chaotic. Chaos, whatever chaos, it's like controlled chaos. It's a very chaotic celebration. They're celebrating, but they turning up so hard that it becomes chaotic. And all the thing the city can try to do is slightly contain it, slightly try to, but it's like they be going in, like they shut down streets and jam-packed the expressway. And yeah, I got stuck downtown twice this weekend trying to just come back out west. They got the whole expressway shut down. Be kind of crazy. And honestly, I don't really care about all that as long as that doesn't translate into innocent people being attacked. As long as innocent people, I don't care if they white, Chinese, whoever, as long as racist Mexicans, everyone's not the same. Because there's racist Mexicans and there's Mexicans that ain't on none of that. There's gang banging Mexicans and there's Mexicans that don't gang bang at all. So as long as racist Mexicans can chill on the Independence Day and not attack other ethnic backgrounds out of whatever racial tension is in the air, frustration they may have been harboring all year or whatever, their whole entire life. As long as they can party and not attack people, then I don't give a fuck how they shut the street down. I don't care how I'm all for it. Everyone having liberty, everyone feeling comfortable, and everyone living their life. This land's stolen land anyway. So I don't give a fuck who is in this land and doing whatever, as long as while you're in this land, you respecting black people though, because my people died for this land and built this shit up. So as long as you're here, respect us. Simple. We respect y'all. Like, I'm confused at how a lot of comments is talking about how, the black community messes with Mexicans. Stop it, bro. Like, my whole 30 years of living, I lived in the hood. I used to be in the streets. We chased black teenagers and sadly white people for no reason. When we played point him out, knock him out, I never punched a random Mexican. We point him out, knocked out black hypes and random white people trying to ride their bike and jog and shit. Mexicans always was Gucci. I'm confused that where's this whole y'all do it to us too shit that I'm seeing coming around. Now, am I saying that no Mexican has ever got attacked or possibly robbed by a black person? No, of course that has happened, bro. Come on, bro. But 9 times out of 10, it wasn't because he's Mexican. It was just because he was the victim that day. What happened when my brother was dead ass because he's black? They saw a black skin and said, oh, you a GD because you a nigga. No, this is not for all the Mexicans in Chicago. We know all of y'all. Some of y'all are our allies. Black and brown unity, man. In a nutshell, my younger brother on Saturday, over the weekend during the Mexican Independence, he was visiting my cousin who lives in Little Village. But my brother not being street affiliated or my family not even really being like super duper duper like, you know, like street shit just isn't like, we ain't having talks about street shit to the kids in my family. You feel me? We having those conversations, but not in the full spectrum. So my little brother never had someone tell him about the racial undertones of Little Village and how, yeah, being black at a certain time, you shouldn't be over there. He never really had that talk because up until my cousin moved over there, he had no reason to ever be over there. So, he visited my cousin at work. It's my brother and his little brother there. They chilling, you know. My brother wants some snacks, so he go to the store. It's 3 a.m. So a lot of people gonna hear that, oh, why he was out? Fuck all that. You should be able to walk at any time in the world. I'm gonna say this. As long as we make excuses for evil, as long as we make excuses for fucked up shit when it happens, it's gonna continue to happen. Simple. Evil gonna always have a place to thrive as long as we're trying to hide it or make excuses for it. Like when motherfuckers say, oh, this woman was sexually assaulted. Oh, why she had that on that night? She was asking for it. What type of shit is that? To make an excuse for something negative to happen to a person. It shouldn't be no, oh, you shouldn't be outside at this time. You shouldn't wear this. You shouldn't look like that. People deserve to walk through life safely and live their life, bro. And when evil shit happens, it ain't no, oh, well, they shouldn't have been. We should get on evil ass versus making the victim feel like they made a dumb decision. Anywho, though, my little brother made a life decision to walk to the store and get him some snacks that he wanted to eat at whatever fucking time it was. And on his way back, he was approached by some Mexicans, young Mexicans. He said they're around his age. He's 21, so they're around his. They said it was no grown people, no older people. And they asked him like, "You GD?" Start dropping GD in his face and shit. And he's like, "No, I'm not. I don't gang bang. I'm just trying to go home, bro." He said that about 5 times. Some more of them got out the car, surrounding him. Asked him again, what you will? We know we GD killer. He said, I'm not GD. One of them said, you lying, still off him. He defends himself. Defending himself don't make him GD. It's 9 of y'all surrounded me, and I get punched. Am I just gonna sit here and accept the punches? He swung back. Got jumped. They pistol whipped him multiple times. Hit him with like different other weapons they had, whatever. And eventually just turned it into a robbery by asking for his phone, tried to unlock his phone. He refused to give him his phone password, so they kept hitting him with the gun. A Mexican in the community of Little Village actually stopped it. Said like, someone saw it happen and came over there like, man, y'all stop, just leave him alone, let him go, just leave him alone. So they left my little brother for dead. Took his phone, took his shoes. Left him in the street. He don't even remember how he got home. God got him home. Because he unconscious with a concussion. Nobody carried him home. He don't know the area well enough to even direct someone back to where he had to go. How are you gonna direct somebody anywhere you gotta go unconscious? So it was God. God got my brother back home to my cousin's house. My younger cousin came out on the porch because after a while, my brother hadn't came back yet. So he was just going on the porch just to, you know, see. And when he come on the porch, my brother on the porch, beaten, shoeless, bloody. My brother don't know how he got back to my cousin's house. After that, I've been reaching out to different non-profits, different grassroots organizations, different violence prevention groups in Little Village. A lot of leaders from there have been helping behind the scenes, trying to help us figure this out. So shout out to Little Village. I also don't want the message to become, let's get out and talk, let's start attacking Mexicans and all that dumb shit that is in the comments. I understand everybody mad, but this shit is bigger than all of us, bro. And the system that had this shit in place for us to be arguing on the ground level and not focusing on the bigger shit, this is what they want. They want us, poor motherfuckers that ain't got shit going on, to be fighting each other while they manipulate and pull the strings from above and orchestrate the shit. So my family is asking for just support. My family is asking for peaceful unity, and my family is asking for, I already said support, but yeah, support basically. Like when the information comes forward about us doing these rallies and doing these protests, we need the numbers though. We need the people to pop out and show we have solidarity, and we need the people to pop out with peace, because there's going to be brown, Latino, Hispanic representation at these events as well to show brown unity. So when you come to this event, if you're trying to support, when you see a Hispanic person at this march, it ain't no, oh yeah, I'm finna steal off this motherfucker. We ain't on none of that. They're here because they're with us, and it's with unity. Because the bigger situation that happened to my brother is, yes, it's gang related, yes, it's racial related, yes, it's segregation related, but that's entirely a Chicago issue. This isn't just because moment of silence for one, I don't want to say his name wrong, but it was a young Hispanic kid killed in Little Village recently, last month, like around the 26th. Wasn't gang affiliated, he played soccer. They killed him. Hispanics killed another Hispanic. So I understand it's a delicate time to even bring some racial violence issues to Little Village, because they have their own things going on. Their own are killing their own and not getting answers. That young kid's family won. His family hasn't gotten answers for what happened to him. His family hasn't gotten justice. It went at the hands of black people, but it still happened in their community. So I'm not trying to overshadow that what happened with my brother. My brother left with his life. So I'm happy about that.
Speak to, for all those that are familiar, the experience of the Black man and I guess the Mexican man in Chicago specifically. Like even in high school all the way up until like adulthood, what are those relations kind of like? And then also talk about how segregated that Chicago is and the breakup. Because you mentioned Little Village. People might not know that that is a predominantly Spanish Mexican area where a lot of Black people live. Chicago is very segregated. Black people over here, white people over here, Italians over here, Mexicans over here. Everybody's like in their own area. So talk to me about that.
It was like fucking, how do I say it? Like it was like folklore. It was like folklore. It was like folklore. It was like growing up. It was like folklore, or like whispers of, oh, don't be in Little Village around this time, and don't go in this community. The Mexicans gonna get you. Like, but I've never seen it like broadcast like white racism is, or police racism, or systemic racism is. It's like, so growing up, I've always known about it. But am I gonna say I've only experienced it once in my life. I was riding down Western going to physical therapy. I'm in a wheelchair. I was riding down Western going to physical therapy one day. We're at the light. As soon as it turned green, the Hispanic guys that was like on the corner, they Vice Lord kill a nigga. I started coming up to the car. I'm like, what the fuck? But other than that, my entire 30 years, I've only heard like, yeah, over there by California, over there by the county, over there, the Mexicans, they be the kings, the whatever, they be tweaking on black people. I never was that way, so I never really experienced it. I just always heard it. I had a cousin that had a fight once before, some of them over that way when he stayed over there, but it was never this bad. And Yeah, and then as far as on my end, I went to Austin High School out west on Pine and Fulton. It was Hispanics that went there. We never chased them from home, from school. No one ever said what you is. No one ever asked their gang affiliation. No one ever did any of that. But I know I have family members that went to Farragut and said they had to fight just to come to school because it's in the Hispanic neighborhood. What the fuck is happening? I have Mexicans commenting on my post saying, yes, anti-blackness is in Mexican culture. We need to stop pussyfooting around this and fronting they move. If you're a Mexican and you don't know that anti-blackness is in y'all shit, you either don't know or you just a racist and you just trying to, you feel me? You trying to just, what's the word I'm looking for? Deflect that shit onto something else. But it's in the Mexican community for sure.
You have Mexican friends?
Yeah. I have a Mexican friend I went to high school and elementary school with. We ain't like super close no more because, you know, that was through school. But if I saw him on the street or if I saw him getting attacked by some black motherfuckers, I ain't gonna, oh shit, I don't know. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out my homie. Y'all tripping.
Would you say Chicago's pretty segregated?
Hell yeah. The very concept of it being a little village. The very concept of it being a Ukrainian village or any whatever. The fact that any ethnic group has their own particular melting pot that's what else is that? Versus it being a universal, just an open whatever. It should be a little. Where's Little Africa then for the ghetto?
Why don't we have that? Why don't we have that?
Where's Little Wakanda? What the fuck is going on? They gave us one. They called it the ghetto, the trenches, K-Town, L-Town, shit like that, low end, all this other shit that we got. And I'm not overlooking the violence either. I'm not in any way, shape, or form overlooking black violence that we do to one another, bro. That shit ain't, I'm not trying to brush past that either. That's everything about Chicago that's fucked up all ties into what happened to my brother.
Do you know what they were? Did they say what they were? Because they were asking if he was what, GD, and did they say?
It might be the young kings right there.
Okay,
King shorties. It just happened that he went to the store at 3 a.m. in the area where local young knuckleheads, outside of the already subtle racism that's in their culture already, they have a sense of racial profiling instilled in them through gang banging. So I'm already got like my abuelita, whatever they call their grandparents. I already got older generation Mexicans been saying like, we don't really like niggas, whatever. However the Mexicans that are racist, because all of the main races we got, and I'm gonna keep pointing that out. The ones that are racist, I don't know how they are instilling the racism into the lower generation, or even if they are, I don't know how they're doing it, but it's apparently there. So you already got this talk in your household about fuck niggas, I guess. Then on top of that, you join a gang that's telling you your ops is niggas. So now it's like, it's 100% in you. So now I see a black man, hey, GDK, yeah, fuck GDs, nigga. I'm not GD. So it's like, the fact that you automatically assumed I was GD is racist. So it's a racial thing. So yeah, they saw my brother at 3 a.m, asked him, is he GD? He said no, which is even more crazy because if you're really in the streets, you're a real gangbanger. You know for a fact that your ops is not in your hood at 3 a.m. on Mexican Independence Day. That'd be the dumbest shit ever for a black GD to be walking through Little Village on Mexican Independence Day. Like, shit is sweet. So the fact that you see this dude, he don't got no gun on him. Oh, if anything, it's supposed to be up the gun. Who you is? Oh, I ain't woo. I get your bitch ass on. Get on. Go ahead, run, bro, or something like that. You know? All right, go ahead, bro. Leave him alone. Go ahead, bro. Just get from over here. No, it's yes, you is. You is GD. Still off a motherfucker. Like, bro. Like, what's to y'all, man? Like, how y'all? You know, people be trying to feel more tough than they is. This might have been somebody trying to impress another higher ranking member or some shit. Like, oh yeah, look, bro, I ride for the guys. I still off a motherfucker. Like, you know, people be trying to prove themselves and just be tough and shit, man. An unnecessary situation, but they could have beat my little brother to death, and that's not cool. and it's a hard pill to swallow. And going a positive route would be the best thing to do, because you know the devil want us to slide and go clap some shit. That's what the devil want. That's what the powers that be want. They want that death, violence amongst us. They want that. That'd be very easy to do. But nah, we ain't trying to go that route though.
When did you get the call?
I got the call later Saturday, and I thought my brother was dead. Actually, you know how mothers feel about their children. So the way my mother was screaming, I still hear that in my head. I'm kind of traumatized by that shit, honestly. The main thing that's kind of eating at me. You know, have you ever got like some news and thought you got some real bad news and felt that it wasn't that bad, but the feeling of when you thought it was that bad still's there. It's like still ain't just left. So even though my little brother is alive and well and breathing, my heart is still hurting like I lost him because of how my mother was screaming on that phone, bro. It's not easy to accept. It's not easy to be positive about, but I know God's mission for my life and God calling on my life, and I know I'm wiser than my emotions. So we got this shit. But yeah, it's a hard situation.
Now walk me through just posting it on social media, and like what were your thoughts and how did you feel about the community coming together and showing their support?
At first I talked to my brother about it for a while. We had a nice long talk about it because it's his story, it's his pain. Although he's my brother and it's affecting our family, it's his journey, it's his story, it's his battle. We just with him. So I asked him, how do you feel about it? Because I told him retaliation is only gonna do so much. And what sense does it make for us to drive over there trying to find somebody and or just driving over there in rage and just shooting and possibly shooting a random innocent Hispanic kid that had nothing to do with nothing. And now that's another family fucked up. And then now the Hispanics over there get on bullshit with any blacks living over there. It might be black people that have been living over there for years that never had no problems, but now since we sliding and smoking shit trying to, you know, get the revenge, now they get on dirt with any black people. So now it's like just a... So I'm like, nah, that ain't the way. What the way is, shed light on this. Shed light on the bigger systematic situations and issues that are creating this type of shit and get support from community. Instead of everyone saying, yeah, man, fuck the Mexicans, let's go ride for them. How about all of you all that give up, if you care, if you're watching this and you care, and you feel like, yeah, I'm tired of these Mexicans, you so angry. Just send love to my brother, bro. When we drop this GoFundMe, send him $1. Send him $5. That $5 you send my brother will do way more than you punching some random Mexican gang. So that's what we want from the black community. The black community is gonna stand for something. Let's stand.
So again, what exactly did they do to him? And then what are his injuries? Because the picture is horrific. And is he gonna be able to fully recover? What's that whole situation like?
That's what we're going through the process now. You know, repeated. It's gonna be constant hospital checkups. As of right now, though, concussion, hemoglobin or something like that, which is basically like intense swelling with blood, basically like blood. All the swelling you see, that's like blood under his skin, swelled up. Slight scrapes to the head. Skin scrape from them hitting him with the gun.
So they
they kept beating him with a gun. Plus their fist. It was like 9 people, so that's crazy. Like it's 9 of y'all, and then y'all still need a gun. It's just a little bit crazy. It just goes to show that, you know, when you can't whoop somebody, it goes to those limits.
And he was alone.
Yeah, he's 21, like probably 140. Oh, the brother, a skinny dude, man. He ain't no big guy. Yeah, basically that, like head trauma, but he wasn't. It's not that bad. Luckily, at least now. You know, sometimes these things, I don't want to speak negativity, but sometimes things, you know, come later. complications come later due to stuff like that. But as of now, just a little slight headache still. Other than that, he's healing up.
Where was the police? Did the police ever come? Did you guys ever make a police report?
Police report wasn't made. The police report is getting made literally right now, today. It wasn't initially made due to a lot of different things. Honestly, the police report is only getting made so the news can pick this up, because the news won't pick it up without a police report. We were trying to take the restorative approach. For the viewers that may not know what that is using community and positivity and peace to resolve conflicts versus the law, which is just, boom, you're in jail. So for instance, what I'm saying is throwing a guy in jail that did this to my brother don't mean shit, because he can get out and very much so do it right again. But Hispanics definitely fuck with us on the aspect of like trying to beat us up and trying to, you know. But the myth is that our community gets violent with them. That's a fucking myth. Maybe so, yes. Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, I don't know. Maybe, yes, some corn men got robbed in Chicago. But it wasn't because he was the corn man. It was because he had money to take. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with his ethnic background. Every attack that happened to us from the hands of Mexicans has to do with us being black. Simple. It ain't nothing else. It ain't nothing else. And the fact that every Mexican that's trying to justify this will say, well, not everybody. There was someone that commented that, like, your brother is in the gang. Y'all just lying. That's the only thing that'll piss me off. I'm not gonna lie. That's what'll piss me off, because anybody finna put no narrative on my brother, bro. I wouldn't even be going this hard. I'm not gonna hold you. I wouldn't even be going this hard if my brother was in the streets, bro. If my brother was in the street, that shit would have never hit the internet. We would have handled that shit in the street.
I know this is a really heavy topic, but right before this, a couple weeks ago, you were on Drewski's Could Have Been Records episode here in Chicago, and that was a pretty big episode. Talk to me a little bit about your experience. What was that like?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I mean, that's all I can really say about it. It was cool.
Was it a long process? Was it an easy process? Like,
it was real. It was real long. No diddy. It was real long. No fucking diddy. It was a lengthy process type shit, you know. But I mean, that shit was cool. I ain't really in a space to really care about that shit right now. But it was a good experience. It was good exposure. It was good for the city. It was good humor. They edited, though. They edited like a motherfucker. I definitely was roasting the fuck out of his big back ass. I was roasting his ass, but they edited that shit to make it make sense, because it was 8 hours worth of footage. And they had to put that shit into an hour video, so everything ain't make it. But it was overall good. I got other shit going on inside of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, outside of this situation, I got other shit going on. I'm finna be on y'all TV screen. Follow me at tree_is_free. I'm in the midst of making my brother Instagram page. Of course, he trying to pop out when he back looking his handsome self. You feel me? So we'll make him an Instagram so people can follow him, keep up with him and his journey and his gaming. He gonna start a YouTube gaming channel, so we're gonna get all that so everybody can just follow him and keep up with what he got going on, moving forward past this trauma. I'm playing in some rallies. I'm playing in some protests, press conference. Most likely this will all be happening downtown at City Hall, because I want to bring the issue to the city and not just Little Village, because it's a city issue. It's a Little Village issue, but it's a city of Chicago issue. So just everybody just be looking forward to the information and updates. Tree_is_free is my Instagram.